Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 in another part of this series with Tottenham Hotspur as we continue our charge to become the greatest manager of all time. When we left off last time, it was quite a while ago. We had just won the EFL Cup final 4-1 against Manchester City. We'd also just beaten Real Madrid 2-1 in the Champions League. So we were in a pretty good place, and that run did continue. We went on to beat Brighton 3-0 in the FA Cup. That was a pretty routine win. Kenner, Cordova and Harry Kane with the goals. Against Norwich, we crushed them 5-1. Esposito with 4 goals. Victor Osimhen, our former Ajax player, did get one back for Norwich, but we just blew them out of the water after that. We also beat Wolves 2-1. Zachariah Wilson again scoring against his former team. And then getting the assist for Omar Jenner as well. So despite their late goal, they weren't able to stop us. It was then a top of the table clash against Manchester City, won by Richard Butman. City did have a man sent off, but it was 15 minutes from time, and they were pretty well beat by this point anyway. But you can see the ball played forward to Lorenzo over the top to Butman, and he got the finish beautifully past the goalkeeper for 1-0, and that was enough to really start opening up a lead at the top of the Premier League. Against Real Madrid, Ansu Fati, again the former Barcelona player, scoring against the Real Madrid side. He loves scoring against Real Madrid, and he did it again in this game just to settle any nerves we might have had. So Harry Kane had the ball out on the right. It was played over, and this is wonderful from Fati on the volley. Side foots it past the keeper for 1-0. That made it 3-1 on aggregate. Real Madrid did get one back, but it was in the 93rd minute, and barring a sensational turnaround, they weren't going to knock us out. Certainly not in normal time. And we did manage to get through to the quarterfinals. We also had a pulsating FA Cup quarter-final against Manchester City. Obviously, we've already knocked Liverpool out of this tournament, and then we had to take on City as well, with Brighton sandwiched in between. We took the lead, Oomans in, Butman with the header for 1-0. They then managed to pull one back just after the hour, and this is where the game really came alive. Camacho's effort into the top corner for 1-1. They then took the lead just a couple of minutes later. Okafor putting the ball across, and Juan Carlos on the slide got the goal. Now we're into the last 10 minutes here. We did manage to get level. Esposito to Fati, and he is just a big game player, got the goal. 3 minutes later, Zachariah Wilson over the top. Jana had the ball, played it through, and Pete Oomans was denied, but Esposito, right place, right time, gave us the lead. And then one more minute after that, we complete and secure the turnaround with Jana getting the goal. They did get another one back, 93rd minute, but it wasn't enough time. A la Real Madrid, they just couldn't do the job before the time ran out. And so we dumped City out of the FA Cup quarter-final. We crushed Bournemouth 5-0 as well, 2 for Esposito, Butman, Bellingham and Berre with the goals. And I thought there was no point showing a Champions League knockout stage against Hertha BSC. They're a team that you would expect us to beat comfortably, even if they are finishing in second place in the Bundesliga right now. And we did beat them 3-1. Oomans, Esposito, both scoring opening 20 minutes. We made it 3-0. They got an away goal, which was a little bit nervy, but we should have won that game by more than 3-1. And then we beat Leicester 3-0 as well in the league. Bellingham, Daniel and Matthew Bernard. And then began an exceptional downturn in form, bearing in mind how consistent we have been since the start of this season. This feels like classic Tottenham choking. So first off, we lose 1-0 to Hertha BSC. Schukelsen Jata getting the goal there, but we were able to hold out. Had they got a second goal in that last 10-minute window, we would have been knocked out because they got the away goal and we failed to score away from home. So that was a real risk of us going out. But the risk became real when we took on West Ham in the FA Cup semi-final. So we actually went 2-0 down very early on. I think it's worth seeing the highlights for this, because this was classic bottle job by the team. So to begin with, we concede 2 terrible goals. The first one, Marcus Rashford in down the left for West Ham. They've got some strange players in their team, and a shot deflected in for 1-0. And then 15 minutes, Isco put it in and it was Matthew Holgate, or Matt Holgate is it, at the back. And then Bernard's long throw, Butman with the header, we pull one back, and it wasn't until the 75th minute that we got the equaliser. I thought we'd go on to win it here. Cordova put it across, it came down to Peter Oomans, and Peter Oomans with the finish for 2-2. And then on penalties, Isco sealed, Isco got them off the lead, Esposito then scored, Pulga made it 2-1, Fati 2-2, 3-2 when Origi hits that straight down the middle, and then Daniel I think misses this, he hits the post, which is unfortunate. Nesri manages to make it 4-2 I think, Bellingham 4-3, and then Lorenzo just doesn't manage to get the goal to keep us in it. So we do end up going out of the FA Cup yet again. Really frustrating. Chelsea playing West Ham in the final. We should have been in that final, and I'm still a little bit bitter that we still haven't won an FA Cup at Spurs, given we're coming to the end of our third season. I do like winning the FA Cup, but we do at least have the EFL Cup. That is progress. And then against Arsenal in the league, we went 2-0 down, we got one back through Ruben Dias, but it wasn't enough. So Arsenal I think have beaten us home and away in the league, which is nice for them because I think they're struggling down outside the European places, so at least they've got something to celebrate. And against Burnley it was nearly a 4th straight defeat until David Neres scored in the 91st minute. So we're on a 4-game run without a win, which is not a nice place to be at the business end of the season. Fortunately, only Tottenham could throw away this title lead that we've got. We've got 85 points. City have got 78, so they're 7 behind us. They have 3 games to play. We have 4. If we win that game in hand, we go 10 points clear with 3 games left. We win the league. So we are 1 victory across 4 games away from winning the league. And surely we can't throw that away. So today we're taking on PSG. Then we're taking on Everton to hopefully win the Premier League. And then we're taking on PSG again in the Champions League semi-finals. Man United and Chelsea in the other final. It'd be nice if we could get a repeat of that Man United Spurs final, because I'd be very confident about us winning a second consecutive Champions League title. So let's get into this game against PSG. We're going to have Igor in goal for this one, with Cesar, Navarro, Diaz and Bernard in the back 4. So our favoured back 4 and goalkeeper really. Daniel and Bellingham, our favoured midfielders. Oomans and Fati, Greenwood and Esposito. It's pretty much now our favourite 11 that we're putting out here against PSG. So we are expecting to get the win. It is going to be tough though. PSG are a tough side. You can see they've got Rodrigo up top, and he's a very clinical finisher. Mo Salah has moved to PSG as well. I'm not sure he's quite the force he used to be. Pai's there, Pogba's there, Alex Iwobi for some reason. It's a strong team, but I don't think it's as strong as it has been in previous years. But they are a team that do win the Champions League quite a lot in Football Manager, so we always have to be a little bit careful when we take them on, and especially after what happened in our last 4 matches, we need to make sure we don't get buried in this first game away from home. And the ball's gone in, Iwobi can't get there, Oomans forward to Esposito, then he picks out Fati beautifully. He's got through on the keeper who's out of position, but he's made the save. Alex Murray, the former wonder kid in Football Manager, making a save. Peter Oomans' ball in from the corner is sent back out, and Daniel's ball in is also cleared for Mo Salah to run it down the pitch. He switches it over and it's been cut out, but a foul has also been committed. Now Rodrigo's got a knock, which you could argue is probably good news for us, given they're playing with 1 striker. Daniel's just gone in. He's already on a yellow card. He's got 2 yellow cards in 25 minutes. How's he done that? That is a major blow. I'm going to have to move Esposito up top and sacrifice Mason Greenwood, which is unfortunate. Butman will have to come on as the next best player, but that gives us a mountain to climb in this game. The trick now is making sure we don't concede, and hopefully we can pinch a goal like this. Oomans puts it in, it's on the line, it's hit the post, and it's saved by Murray. So close there to that away goal, which really would make up for that red card. We need a goal really away from home. If we lose 1-0, I'm pretty sure we can overturn it, but I think it's likely we're going to concede in this game with 10 men. But Butman forward to Esposito. What damage can he do? He's turned the defender inside out. He's through on goal. and I thought that had gone in for a minute, but it's just gone wide and then rolled behind the goal. And we are heading in at half-time as a better team, but Mo Salah here could pull one back. Pogba has put it over the top, not too far away, but it remains 0-0 at this point. So we kick off in the second half, looking to get the win that would be absolutely amazing, really, with 10 men. And we got a free kick. Esposito short to Fati. Ball in behind for Esposito again. He puts it across, and Oumans has somehow put that over the top. He really had to be scoring in that position, and so we are still looking for that away goal. But we are going to make a quick change and take Fati off for Cordova, who's played extremely well recently. When you're down to 10 men, you need that freshness. Oumans is also struggling, so I think if we can, we will move Bellingham to the right and bring on Zachariah Wilson as Esposito takes a free kick towards Bellingham. It's come out to Cordova. His effort is also blocked, but he's picked out a beautiful ball to Esposito, and it's gone under the goalkeeper, Alex Murray. An absolute howler has given our 10 men a lead over PSG with just 20 minutes to go. Where did this come from? Esposito getting his 40th goal of the season so far, and he's just drilled that a little bit low, but still raised enough you'd expect the keeper to save it, and it's just squirmed under Alex Murray and given us an excellent away goal and a lead heading into the last 15 minutes of this game. Now that is absolutely massive. Florentino back to Regani. Now Alex Iwobi plays it off to Pogba. Ball out wide to Mo Salah. They've got the talent to get goals back here. Florentino switches it to Kingsley Coman. He pulls it back, and Pogba has snapped it wide of the post, missing the chance to pull PSG level. But this is absolutely amazing what we're seeing right now. Florentino back to Regani, all the way back to Murray. It's greedy to think we're going to get a second goal here, but it's in my mind. Mo Salah on the attack, though, could be about to pull it all square, and instead he's put it high and wide. And this PSG team, full of players who are probably on $500,000 a week, but they are not quite living up to that pay packet today. Kimpembe to Marino. Tackled by Esposito. Kimpembe, who's through on goal again, and Murray does a better job of saving it this time. Not far away from a second goal. Esposito looking to put this corner in. Time running out. It's cleared away. Ruben Dias plays it back to Bernard. 4 minutes of added time to hold out for what would be an amazing win. And it looks like we've done it. With 10 men for the majority of that game, we have beaten PSG away from home, and we are definitely the best team in Europe right now. I think that's absolutely undisputable at this point. It's about whether we can carry on and win this competition. So next up, we're going to win the Premier League, hopefully at home against Everton, and then we'll take on PSG in the semi-final second leg. Well, for this game against Everton, a little bit of rotation ahead of that PSG match. We've got Kane and Butman coming in up front, with Cordova coming in on the left. Oumans continues down the right. Wilson and Bellingham are both in the centre, with Bernard, Lorenzo, Navarro and Sazao all keeping their place in defence. And Malungu returns to start in goal for this game, despite not playing against PSG, where Igor kept the clean sheet. I'm not particularly worried about this Everton team. I do expect us to win this game and win the title. Teams seem up for that. We are on a bad run of form, though. That PSG game may have turned it around for us at the right time, but the team doing their best to live the Tottenham values and throw this title away. Richarlison blocked off. It's sent back to Felipe. Now Reece Oxford puts it over the top for Richarlison. Manages to keep the ball in and keep possession as well. And Isaac has just put that one wide, but was not far away from giving Everton the lead. And that really would be ruining our title party. 15 minutes in, Bernard with a long throw onto Butman, onto Kane, and that's offside. It's not going to count. Muted celebrations, I think, as a result. Now, with 3 games to go, if we draw this one, it would not be enough to win the title today. We have to win to lift the trophy at the end of this match. Whether we actually lift it at the end of this match or the next one, I'm not sure. But we have to get the win. And Oumans there putting the tackle in, trying to get us the advantage. It's then played out to Richarlison, tackled by Bernard. Richarlison cutting in through the centre, back to Felipe. Now Hermoso. Ball switched to the right and Bernard has cut it out well. Cordova to Kane. This is a chance. He looks for Butman. It's a beautiful Kane ball who's rounded the keeper there, Richard Butman, who is principally a central midfielder. He has just rounded the keeper and got his 17th goal of the season. And bearing in mind he's not been a consistent regular starter, that is a pretty good return on goals for a player who's played probably more in midfield than he has up front. But he has made it 1-0. And we are now heading towards that title. We just have to keep going. Wilson with a free kick, puts it in. Kane's at the back stick. It's come to Cordova. It's blocked. And Everton just about get this ball away. Richarlison attacking down the right flank. Cordova with the tackle, making sure that he halts the Everton advance. Dragovski now plays it over the top. Good cutout. Cordova with the ball. Back to Lorenzo. He goes all the way back to Malungu. Lorenzo again. Over to Navarro. Through to Bellingham. Over the top. And he's picked out Butman, who has made it 2-0. This is the Richard Butman day. It's 2-0. His 18th of the season. Jude Bellingham with the assist. And we now lead Everton in a way that I would say they're not going to be able to overturn. So that should enable us to celebrate the title at the end of this game. And that's really nice. After we lost the title last season on goal difference alone, there's no threat of that happening. Look at that 107 positive goal difference. We have conceded a few this season as well. That is mostly goals scored. I think we're up at 140, nearly 150 goals scored. Phenomenal stuff by the team. And they're looking for another one now with Cordova. He's got round the defender. He's run in. It's just blocked by the keeper there, and unfortunately didn't run to Pierre Oumans on the right flank. But we've got a corner from Bellingham. Goes in. It's cleared away. Kakare on the attack for Everton. Big tackle by Sazal. And he manages to stop Everton from getting a goal from our corner. Now it's Saraiva. Good tackle. Kane can release Butman again with another of those balls. He's been stopped. Wilson picks it up though and keeps going. Wilson. He's still going. And what a finish from Zachariah Wilson. His seventh goal of the season. Our third goal of this game. He's another great young player who's going to be in this Tottenham side for a while to come, I think. He scored so many stunners from outside the box. He is a modern day Frank Lampard without doubt. Reminds me a little bit of Barrow when he was at Barcelona and was doing something similar, pinging the ball into the back of the net from sort of 30 yards on a regular basis. I'm just going to ease off the attack. We don't need to risk a late collapse here as Pete Oumans makes it 4-0 to guarantee the victory. His 16th of the season, and what a season it's been for him. Absolutely fantastic signing. Player of the season in Portugal last season when he was at Benfica, and he's making a good claim for being player of the season this year in England as well. But here's Felipe over the top for Sarabia. Is a change of mentality about to hit us? It doesn't look like it. We're just on the counter attack. It's given away. Felipe over to Hermoso as they try their luck down the left, and again they give it away. Now Pete Oumans. Bellingham looks to play it over the top, and Butman on a hat-trick is in on goal. Great covering tackle by the defender. Butman's still going, and he's fouled in the box. Is he? Yeah, it's a corner, not a foul. I wondered if that was going to go into VAR, but Bellingham with the corner, and it is just over the top by the team. So we're going to go in at half-time with a 4-0 lead, potentially a 5-0. We've got a corner again. Bellingham to take it. In it goes, and it is 5-0. Rafael Lorenzo makes it number 5, and we are absolutely charging to that title. And this is one trophy that we are not going to choke in our race to pick it up. It's going to be an easy win with 3 games left in the season. Might even get a 6th here. Bernard in behind. Cordova's managed to get there. He finds Butman, and he finds the hat-trick. That's nice. He'll be taking home the match ball on the day we lift the Premier League trophy for the second time in 3 years. So Butman very, very happy, and 6-0 by half-time. This is a sort of game we've had a lot this season. just absolutely running away with it on a regular basis. So in the second half, I imagine it will be a little bit quieter, but you never know. We have had games where we scored 8, 9, 10 goals, so that could happen again here as the ball's put in. It's come out to Cordova, and he was not far away from first time dinking that into the top corner. Now Braithwaite plays it forward to Felipe. Where are this Everton team in the table? They are down. Oh, Kane has robbed their keeper. It's getting embarrassing for Everton. They are down in 10th. They're going into negative goal difference now, when they maybe wouldn't have expected it. But Harry Kane there, just taking a huge advantage over the keeper. I mean, what is a goalkeeper doing? I'd be furious if that was my goalkeeper. But instead, Harry Kane gets his 15th of the season. 7-0 now. This is absolutely unstoppable. Most of the players have a 9-point-something rating. Butman with that hat-trick as well. Worth making some changes. We can take Bernard off for Gonçalves, Jana for Butman, given he's got his hat-trick already, and probably Greenwood for Kane as well, given that Greenwood missed out on some of that PSG match. But just over 20 minutes left to go before we lift this trophy. I mean, what a win this has been. This is exactly what we wanted to see. Bowen with the ball, plays it in, and Woodburn, nearly giving up the clean sheet there. But we did manage to just force them to put the ball wide by having bodies in the way. Bellingham with another corner in towards Lorenzo again, and that time it's gone over the bar, so it won't be a brace for Lorenzo at this point. Game's not over yet, and we've had quite a few corners. Wilson back to Gonçalves. Comes to Cordova. Gonçalves again back to Cordova. It's come through to Pierre Oumans, and wonderful composure and anticipation by Pierre Oumans there. Some players would have panicked and leathered that over the bar, but he took his time, let the ball bounce, and picked his spot nicely. Look at that. Beautiful. He actually lets it bounce a couple of times before striking it past the keeper for 8-0 now. And Pierre Oumans, a wonderful player. I wasn't sure we'd find a better player than Ambere, but we definitely have. Another long throw comes to Pierre Oumans, and that was almost another sensational goal there. That would have given him a hat-trick, and then there would have been a fight over the match ball. But it is going to be Butman's match ball today, and there you go. You get to see us lift our second Premier League trophy at Tottenham Hotspur. Second Premier League trophy in just 3 seasons at the club. It's a remarkable achievement, I have to say, if I do say so myself. So really good performance from the team. Next up, we're going to try and get ourselves into another Champions League final. We have now done the treble with the EFL Cup and the UEFA Super Cup added in there, and we're going for the quadruple with the match against PSG, and then whoever we play in the final, Manchester United or Chelsea. So I'll see you in just a moment for that game against PSG. So a few little changes to the team for this match against PSG as we look to get our place in another Champions League final. It is a 3rd season in a row where we've made the semi-finals of the Champions League, which is pretty nice given that this team was struggling when we first took over. They really have developed well to get us to a place where we're able to be in another Champions League final and maybe be double European champions 2 years in a row. But for the game here against PSG, obviously we've got that 1-0 lead away from home. We're looking to maybe score another and just put a little bit of pressure on PSG very early on. They're under the cosh a little bit after failing to score at home. We've got a solid defence, and it's the same back four going out there today as the last couple of games. Malungu's continuing in goal as well. Wilson and Butman are in the middle. Cordova is joined by David Neres on the wing this time, and then it's Esposito and Jana leading the line with Harry Kane on the bench, Greenwood on the bench if we need them. We have plenty of options available going into this game. I think it is the exact same team that we played in the last game, so they'll be hoping for a better performance than they managed at home against 10 men. I'm not sure they're going to do better away from home with a full contingent of players in front of them, but we're about to find out. They're starting off with a throw here. Obviously, if they score early, which is going to be top of their list of things to do, then they're in with a great shot. But now Cordova's intercepted the ball. He's on the run. He's past the defender. He's in on goal. Cordova. What a goal from Jose Cordova. Absolutely sensational. One of the best goals of the Champions League this season. He wins it himself, charges from his own half, halfway in his own half, beats the defender, runs in on the keeper, and then has the composure to tuck it past him for 1-0 and 2-0 on aggregate. That early goal, exactly what we need, exactly what PSG didn't want. It doesn't change things too much for them. They needed 2 goals in order to knock us out of the tournament, but now they have to do it in 90 minutes. They have to hope that we don't score another, because if we do, it's going to get very, very difficult. And here's a corner, going to be taken by David Neres, in at the near post. It's on the line, and Zachariah Wilson, it's been tipped on the post. Very close. Murray there with an exceptional save to keep that one out. Probably should have been a goal. And then they clear the corner, but only to Butman. They're under a lot of pressure here, PSG. David Neres puts it over, Pogba away. Navarro is chasing after it and does manage to get there. Now Zizou with a long throw in towards Esposito. It's headed on but then cleared away. Bernard running down the left flank. Still got the ball, tackled by Mo Salah there. Now Kuzevic. Back to Marquinhos. Probably given that away there. He has to David Neres, and Jana's clean through. It's saved. He's got another chance, Omar Jana, and he has taken it. It's now 2-0. 13 this season for him. We've got so many players in double digits this season, and 2-0 means that PSG now need to score 3 in the next hour in order to make the Champions League final. It doesn't look likely. Murray probably at fault there. He made the first stop, but he just fed the ball straight back to Jana, who was able to tuck it home. So I think you have to say Murray's to blame there. The game certainly thinks he is, giving him a 5.1 rating as a result of his error. Salah, though, with a free kick, puts it in. It's cleared out. David Neres gets it further away. Jana's still up there. He's got support. It's 2-on-2. Cordova's trying to do it himself again. He's past the defender again, and he's past Murray again. It's 3-0 now. 4-0 on aggregate. And they need 4 second half goals. Another stunner from Cordova, running the ball from inside his own half, past the defender, and then past the keeper to take him to 8 for the season. Joined us in January, Cordova, and he's already got 8 goals and assists for Jana as well. Good to see Jana getting into the thick of it, and PSG haven't even had a shot, which is exactly what we want to see in a Champions League semi-final. We are by far the better team. They knocked out Man City, PSG in the quarterfinals as well, so they're not here by any fluke. But a ball over the top, Cordova on a hat-trick, he's in on the goal, and it is saved by Murray, who's looking to save his reputation, I think, at this point. Corner from David Neres goes in, it's cleared away. Jana is there. He is held up by Iwobi, still has it though, and then it's just cleared away. So nothing coming from that. I think just in case, we're going to switch to a cautious mentality for the last half an hour or so, just to make sure we do make it into another Champions League final. If we can win another Champions League title, that would be amazing. I think this will be our 5th Champions League trophy, and when you win 5 Champions Leagues as a club, you get to keep the one that you win on the 5th occasion. So maybe they'll just let me keep this Champions League trophy. I think I've earned it. I can't think of many other managers who've won 5 Champions League trophies. In fact, I'm pretty sure there aren't any. So I would be the first manager to ever do that. And there you go. No need to make substitutions. We've run out 3-0 winners in that game. Exceptional stuff by the team. We're going to be at the Camp Nou, back at our old stomping ground for that match. But let's see who we're going to be playing in that final. Is it going to be Manchester United, or is it going to be Chelsea? That's the real question. There we go. Let's have a look. Chelsea with the advantage, but Man United, if they score an away goal, no, it's Chelsea who have managed to win it. So if we have a look at the table, Chelsea down in 4th, behind Manchester United. You'd say that we should probably win this one and get another Champions League trophy in the cabinet. What a great season this has turned out to be. Other than the FA Cup choke, we are on a fantastic run to win a big haul of trophies. So that is going to be it for today's episode. Please do drop a like down below if you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new. But until next time, see ya.